and everyone's nice. You're having a great time. And you actually earn some special teams honors there. You're having a good season. And then, as you're like balancing two little kids and you're trying to be on a new team, what's the certainty like of the future at that time as you get traded to a new team? And, I think first couple weeks you had a really you were all special teams.
Yeah. It was called NFC Player of the Week.
And that's
started off very strong. Yeah. Yes. To answer your question, NFL stands for not for long, right?
Mm-hmm,
so we're good. I signed a 2-year contract, being real transparent. A lot of people don't really know how the NFL works. We thought we were good, got a house. Hey, you're good. And then the whole thing changed. We didn't go to the playoffs, so they're starting to go younger. Big joke in the locker room. Hey, you're like one of the older guys. I'm like, I'm 32. And I just had Mason Crosby, who's pushing almost 40. Aaron's pushing 40. I'm like, I got another 4 in me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So go through the whole off season. Everything's good. And then final cuts happen, and you get that dreaded call. First time in my career. Unfortunately, you've probably had that, right?
Yeah. They call it getting released in baseball, but it's just a nice way to let someone with an ego know they got fired.
Yeah. So then I was at a playground, right? And the world kind of got flipped upside down, and I got that call, and I felt like I was so small. I was like, I want to have this moment. And it was the day that everybody dreads, right? And we're at a park, and I had to flip the switch, right? I was like, I have to be there for my kids. They're screaming like, Daddy, come play with me, come. And there was that moment.
He was on the phone with the GM, telling him like, you didn't do anything, just we're in a different direction.
Yeah, you did great.
I think that was like the beginning of dad season, though, for real, because your kids don't care.
Right.
They don't care that you don't have a job.
Right.
You're their dad.
Right.
Exactly.
So I think that
created dad season, and we kind of went full force with that. And, I don't want to get into it too much, but that's when I called Nick, and we kind of partnered up. And I'm like, you know what? I think there needs to be something here for dads, because I jumped into being a father full time and what that was like. And some guys do it amazing. Some guys have a difficult time like jumping into that as their career or something changes. So we wanted to have an empowerment movement for dads, and it was cool that we got to connect here with Burn. And I do like to say, like, Burn definitely helped me through that dark time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. When I was released and I was trying to figure things out, and I was working out at different teams, and thankfully, like, I got back on my feet, was with the 49ers last season. But it's just there's so much uncertainty, right, in the world. And
there's so many resources for moms. And I think dads don't really talk about their challenges as much, and how, okay, like, you should stack toilet paper and the kids will be entertained for 20 minutes. I mean, just like things that moms know. Every mommy blog has all these life hacks. And I think you kind of just wanted to be like
a resource for dads.
I went from being an NFL punter, which is like the most, what's the word, manly, like strong, to I'm a stay-at-home dad, and I don't have anywhere else to go but be with my kids and support my kids. And I think just when you wear like dad season on your head, it kind of says, hey, I'm a dad, I'm proud, like it's cool to be a dad, it's great to be present. And then people say like,
best season of life.
Dads have days off and moms do all the work. And I'm like, but if the father of your children is a present dad trying their best, even though they're not as good as the mom, we all know moms do it best.
We'll never get the credit.
But like, if they're trying their best, it's going to make the family better. Like, right. And I think that's
the whole point
without a doubt. Yeah, it's like there's dad season, and then there's moms. And moms, we're great. We wear cute hats. Like that's easy. But I think for dads, it's kind of just that awareness that it's cool to be a dad, and it's cool to give it your all and struggle because everyone's in it together.
There's like this vulnerability that not a lot of men possess, and when you strip this identity away from them that was once their career, it's like, what's left? It's like, well, hello, the most important thing that's always been there since the very, your children, your family, the people that you care about the most. And I personally resonate with what you're saying, just being someone that comes from nothing and having, just ambition at the forefront. Like I would do 24 through 31, 32, I would do literally anything to be successful. Like that is my identity, right? Burn is my identity. I struggle with that a lot. Not so much anymore because I've now put in perspective, through meeting guys like Pat, Nick, other dads, other high achievers who have been there and kind of done that no, your real identity is being in the real success on this planet is being the best father that you possibly can be to these kids or kid, right? And if you don't have kids yet, it's like, we'll be the best husband, right? And then if you don't have, a wife or kids, and it's like, we'll be the best human first. And that's your identity, not this sport you play or this work that you have. It's part of who you are. But so many times I think we just let it like all consume our lives, and then you rip that out. It's like the rug gets pulled from underneath you, and I feel like I'm standing here all vulnerable, but I don't want to say that I'm vulnerable because I'm a man.
Well, it's just be kind to everyone, and honestly, everyone at Burn was so kind to us because Pat had these workouts, and some workouts they don't sign him, and then it's even more defeating because you were this close, and then he finally got signed, and I went to Burn the day he got signed, and he went off to San Francisco, and I'm like, oh, this is what we always wanted. Like, he got a job again. And then I'm like, wait, I'm at home with 3 kids by myself. These people at Burn, like, they're watching my kids so I can breathe for a second, but I'm so happy, but he's gone. And then my kids are, so I just think that the community you built at Burn, like, every single person is nicer than the next. And I think everyone's family, and everyone's just really,
I would say family at this point. Yeah. They hang out with our kids, more some of our relatives, right?
Yeah, and then I recruit them to come to my house. I'm like, all right, you're done work at 5:30? Great.
Great.
Help me with bedtime.